and I was president of the dodgeball club during high school. Because I'm the coolest person that ever existed. Just by the way,
you
in case
are.
you didn't know.
You usually have an epic beard, so usually I would agree with that decision. But right now, with
I'm a
face,
bare-faced milk drinker right now. It's disgusting.
I'm afraid that I will have to do that for Cymbeline.
It's what, as actors, we are modifiable beings. That is our job.
Of course.
That is our entire job.
But I don't want to be completely bitch, and I'm trying to convince the director that I get to keep my my fucking goat beard.
I think ultimately, my stance on that is wear it the way that you want to try and convince them one day, and if they say no once, then just cut it off.
Yeah,
because
you don't want to be known
as the guy.
He said, fucking show me what you have in mind, and then I'll make a decision.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, ultimately, I don't suppose we should name him. I don't know why, but I don't know why not. But anyway, he
let's just give it a secret.
Every single time that I see him in a show, it's always something different and cool with his facial hair.
That's true. Yeah.
Especially, do you remember his mustache?
The mustache,
that he had.
For
Sheriff mustache.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not even going to include the place name? Right.
Yeah, we can do that.
Alright, for North Plan?
Yeah, North Plan, which is a great show.
Yeah.
Like, really hilarious.
Yeah,
didn't he also have, like, a beard in Virginia Woolf?
No, he was barefaced.
No, he was bare. Yeah, he was
super barefaced.
I remember, yeah.
He had bare face and glasses, and he had kind of, like, combed hair.
That was amazing. He did a great job.
That was a really
Virginia
good
Woolf.
play to see.
Yeah. So I've seen that one a few times. I didn't like it before, and this is the one that convinced me. It's because before I didn't see any of the characters as particularly redeemable, but in this production specifically, I was kind of like, I feel for mostly everyone. Not the wife.
No.
She's just sucks. I just fucking hate her. She did a great job. She did what... Because I normally play villains, but that's like... It's not even a villain. It's just a shitty person.
Yeah, it's...
And just playing a shitty person to the point that you're like, I wouldn't even want to fucking have a lunch date with you. That's impressive.
Successful villain. Yeah, that's great.
That's like, you've done a great job.
But I mean, even when you watch like historical films where you have good actors portraying these fucking terrible dictators, take Forrest Whitaker as Idi Amin. You know the way he plays his psychopathic, charismatic side. He would be an excellent fucking lunch host.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't know what you got to eat. It might be the human that he got executed last night, but he would be an excellent host.
Frederick, you fascinate me.
What?
You never stop fascinating me. It's always something new. Hey, you can feed me people as long as you treat me well.
I'm not saying it's okay to eat people. All I'm saying is that he would be the kind of person that would make it pleasant.
Alrighty.
You know?
How do you feel about Michael Fassbender playing a Macbeth? We're not in a theater, so I'm not going to do the stupid, like,
I don't
twist
give
in a
a
circle,
shit
spin
about
over your
that.
shoulder kind of thing.
Well, I wouldn't say it with a director that really hates that, but...
I was going to say, with the director you have right now, he will absolutely make you leave the building if you say that word.
Yes, I know.
He's made me do it.
I was warned before...
Say what?
Before
Macbeth.
the last production.
Oh, okay.
Because it's bad luck in theaters.
Yeah, I don't really buy into that, but basically... I think it was David's girlfriend. She had heard me yell it out during Janice's class once in the theater, just to see everyone fucking panic.
Uh-huh.
And basically, she had told Sam to tell me that I shouldn't say that near Tom because Tom would lose his shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was sort of like...
He wouldn't lose his shit. I'd say he'd make you leave the theater and do the thing.
Yeah, but you know.
For what it's worth, my friend Mike, he was in a production of, I forget what it was. It wasn't anything Shakespeare, though. But in that production, they say the word Macbeth. And during this show, they had a live goat on stage. And the first time they ever rehearsed with the live goat on stage, the actor said Macbeth, goat fell over and died. On the fucking spot. So, I don't want to believe it, but man, that's...
No, but this sounds like one of those fucking urban legends.
That can't be real.
No,
this is sort of like,
God.
my dog once came in with this white rabbit, and I remember that my neighbors had a white rabbit, and I peeked over their fence, and then I saw that their fucking rabbit keep was empty, so my dog, he had gone there. So I took the rabbit corpse, which my dog had killed. I mean, I didn't want him to get put down, so I fluffed up the rabbit, and then I put it back in the rabbit enclosure. And later that day, my neighbours came over and they rang my door and they said, "Yeah, so Snuffles, he died earlier this week, and we buried him out in the forest, and some psychopath has dug him up, washed him off, and fluffed him up, and put him back in the rabbit heap." You know, it sounds like that kind of fucking bullshit.
See, but I know the person directly that saw this, and I'm inclined to believe that they're not lying to me.
Yeah, but still,
That was a good
I mean,
that was a good one.
it is an actual urban legend. It comes back in so many forms and so many fucking, you know, shows and everything that they use it. Fucking Boston Legal use it as a fucking argument to win a case. You know, the least likely might just be the true one, you know? It's...
But anyway, how do you feel about Michael Fassbender as Macbeth? Have you seen the preview for it?
I haven't seen the preview for it. I want to see... I mean, I'm waiting for it to just come out, and then I'll see it.
I hated... Would hated be the right term for that Hamlet that we watched? Not hated. I liked some aspects and absolutely despised other aspects.
The direction was terrible.
I think this is the... Hold on, let me double check. I think it's the 2009 version.
Yeah, 2009 version.
It's the one with David Tennant and Patrick Stewart and all those. And those, the actors did fine. I think where both Frederick and I agreed is that the problem was with...
You saw it as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
the directing.
Yeah, the directing was terrible. Just close-ups of them just standing and fucking going off.
And looking directly at the camera and speaking.
Yeah, the Hamlet monologues, those
I mean, there's just so many ways you can do that. There's so many ways that you can do that to make it seem fucking awesome on film.
The surveillance camera, what's the deal with that?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
It's sort of like a play, the paranormal photographies of the real world. You know, you have the white lady of some church or other, or the ghost of some church or other, that opened a door that set off the alarm, but the door never actually opened, or some shit like that.
No, the camera in the movie was what that was in the play. People do a lot of spying on each other, so instead of just having them there standing behind like a pillar or something like you would do in the play, they just put security cameras. But I thought that would have been fine, but don't make the security cameras shite quality, because you can't tell what they're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like all black. I think it's black and white too, which is just like
it is.
Yeah, you can do security cameras and still, because it's very important what they're saying, because it's Shakespeare. It's all about what they're saying. So when it's like garbled and put through the shitty filter to make it look like a security camera, you've kind of done a disservice to the people watching, because it's, you know, you got to follow along with the dialogue, and that's in iambic and all that good stuff. So it's a little hard. You got to really focus on what is being said to you, unless you're very good at interpreting that kind of thing. And when it's garbled, you just lose it. You just lose it. Your brain, your brain switches channels and it stops paying attention. And then there's these awesome bits where they let David Tennant go.
Yeah, when he just
he's just absolutely going batshit, and he's giving these like crazy monologues, and he's fucking with Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, and he's like, you know, like touching people very closely, and like,
he's being David Tennant, you know, it's his way of acting.
Yeah,
there's just something magical about that.
So this will I'm sure make you happy. I'm recently started getting into Doctor Who.
Nice,
and it's very good.
Where did you start watching it?
I believe we are at the 9th Doctor. We watched the episode with the last Dalek.
Is it with Eccleston?
I think so.
The guy with very short hair.
Short black hair, detached earlobes. So that was very specific. I'm sorry, I'm not a serial killer, I swear.
No, but he has a leather jacket.
Yeah,
and
really badass
he's the one that discovers Rose.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that is after the reboot. Yeah. That is where I started watching.
A lot of people think of him as one of the not-so-great doctors. I'm enjoying him a lot.
Brilliant.
He's a really good
love
actor.
him as the Doctor.
He has a very genuine acting style. I dig it.
Yeah, no, it's Eccleston. Eccleston is brilliant.
Yeah.
I think Martin feels a bit left out.
Yeah,
because
I've never seen any Doctor Who.
Yeah. We'll break back into Shakespeare then. So Patrick Stewart was also in that movie. Again, great when he seemed like he was getting to do his own thing, and then it seemed like when the director got too involved in a scene, it fell apart and became boring or weird.
Who was the director?
I don't know. I don't want to know.
I'm actually kind of extremely curious.
No, but I mean, there was just so many things wrong with the way that film was executed.
Did that film win anything at all?
I don't know. I'm looking at him now. is the one with blah blah blah. Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, 2009 version.
Penny Downey, Oliver Ford Davies, Maria Gale, Edward Bennett. And it was directed by Gregory Doran.
Never heard of him.
Who has also directed such things as...
Brushing Your Teeth on the Moon.
Royal Shakespeare Company, Henry III, Part 2, Shakespeare, Julius Caesar, TV movie 2012, and then Macbeth in 2001, so exclusively
Shakespeare director.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah,
And then he's an actor too, I guess?
But I mean, how the fuck could he then fail so miserably at, telling the story through the film?
I don't know.
It is...
Maybe the other films that the other Shakespeare films he's
You know
done
what
are
bugs me
also
more?
crap.
What?
I don't know.
The fact that we have to analyze this film.
I don't really give two fucks about that. In all honesty, I'm going to analyze the play, and the movie. I'm just going to say that I found the directing extremely poor because there was so much that was lost in it.
Yeah.
And I don't really care if she will hate the fact that I write that down because
she kind of doesn't like you already.
No, she actually. I don't know.
You always disagree with anything she says. Why the fuck do you think she'll like you?
Yeah,
She's like, this. She's like, actually, no.
Yeah, Frederick, I still don't think you quite understand American classrooms. Yeah. Typically, the teacher talks and everybody listens like a bunch of brainless sheep.
Yeah, we all shut the fuck up. We don't have any
and
ideas.
when one kid says, actually, everybody kind of turns to that kid and goes, shh, shut the fuck up.
Be cool.
No one has done that to me here.
That's because you're
you're
a serial
Frederick.
killer.
Yeah, we all
Because
love you.
I'm a serial killer?
Yes.
It has nothing to do with anything. I haven't even confessed to being a serial killer in class.
Then why are you getting so angry about it? Why are you so emotional if you're not one?
Because I haven't confessed to it.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
It's an important distinction to make.
I enjoy watching you clash with people because they, especially in that specific situation that you're talking about, because it was literally like she said blah 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 blah,
Yeah.
and then you went, actually, I've seen this thing that went this way, and the look on her face was like, it was similar to if you've ever played D&D, and your dungeon master is setting up like an encounter for later, like a dragon swoops by overhead or something, and you're like clearly not supposed to fuck with it because it's going to be a big boss battle later, and somebody says, I throw a rock at its face. It was that same kind of look of like, what have you fucking wrought?
Yeah, I feel like she never got talking back to in class like that ever. It's like, seriously, because I sit in the front.
Because you were perfectly polite.
Yeah.
But it's also, you don't normally just like clash with teachers like that, so I think she had this moment of like, what did that guy just fucking say to me?
Yeah.
And she was like, actually, she handled it very calmly. If that was me, I would have been like, Frederick, I'm going to take you outside and beat you to death.
Yeah.
With a ruler.
But I mean, it's all about being polite about it.
Dude, but, like, you should see the face on everyone like sitting next to me in front of me
So
in class.
funny.
They cringe so hard when you say anything. Mark G. He's like, he's looking at me. He's like,
Why isn't anyone ever telling me these things?
Because it's funny.
yeah. I was just losing. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what's Frederick going at it?
No, but I mean, if certain things are being said that isn't correct with what they're claiming, someone has to call them on it.
What is it like? I'm curious because I mentioned possibly breaking into this earlier. What was it like for? Because you didn't grow up in the U.S., yeah? You are a transfer.
I mean, I came here when I was 5.
Well, that okay. So you had like a little bit of schooling, I would imagine, before you left. Yeah.
Yeah. Kindergarten, I think, a little bit.
Okay, so
maybe
not
a
much.
preschool.
So in
whatever
Sweden,
that was.
is it okay in Sweden to just like directly call out your teachers on bullshit?
I mean, technically, no.
Yeah, but
It's just that I don't give a fuck. I never gave a fuck about that. I mean, if something is being told that is bullshit, I don't care if it's the humane thing to say. If it's bullshit, it's bullshit, and someone needs to call it.
Right. You know what? That's what I like about you. You're yourself, you know?
Yeah,
You're
it's-
honest to yourself, too.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
mean, I
That's
just
good.
try to be polite
That's good
about
shit.
it when I
Yeah.
call, especially someone who is responsible for giving me a grade. If I call someone